Hi, this is Scott Jordan, and you are watching live here at Cellars of Sonoma in beautiful Railroad Square, Santa Rosa, California. And welcome to TV Tuesday Live. This is the show where we taste wine, we talk about wine, and I got Karina back in the house doing all of our social work. Are we all set? You made a funny, yeah, okay. I originally put a camera up that was going to be up for you, but now you just moved that. Yeah, I saw that. Well, we got Mark Davis in the house, filling in for Dave Batt, who was at the ocean, which is, hey, what can I say, right?
Nice day out there.
Yeah,
Hard
not
to blame
too bad. So you had a beautiful day. You went out to a couple of wineries. And
Sure did. Yeah, I had a great time. Russian River Valley, West Side Road. I mean, it cannot be beat today. Just beautiful.
It was pretty nice.
Really makes you feel blessed.
Yeah. I, of course, had to go to the ABC and unravel a nasty. Oh gosh, it's unbelievable. My gosh, amazing. But yeah.
Sounds like a story there.
Well, as you folks that are watching from home and the guests that are here, Cellars of Sonoma is moving up to Healdsburg. Well, you just don't pack it up and go. There's licensing issues that you have to take care of, and I'm trying to get it all done within the very short timeline. And so I only had one snag out of 8, which was pretty good.
Okay, not bad.
So I'm pretty excited about that. It's looking like we're going to be able to open on time, although I did get a little snagger today when I went up to Healdsburg. They don't have their own hot water heater in there. How the hell do you run a room with? I don't understand that. I don't know how they operated without having that. It's not in the same room. So I spent a little money today with a plumber as he was burning time trying to find where is the hot water. We can't find it. It's like in another space. It's somewhere else. So anyway, but you guys don't care because really it's all about wine. But I'm just telling you, we are planning on moving this sucker. And then my 41 license, which allows me to sell beer, we might have it intact this weekend if everybody does what they said they were going to do.
Is this an expedited time frame?
Oh yeah, I got it approved in 21 days.
Wow.
I got it approved before the posting notice was up, and that's 30 days, which is Thursday would be 30 days. Oh, there's Dave Batt.
And
well, you couldn't have been very far. Okay, all right. Well, that's good. So anyway, we got that, and so what I might do is pick up some bottled beers just to have some beer, and we're going to just kind of test it out, see how it goes, see what people like. Well, we went and looked at. Russ and I went out on Thursday last week, and first of all, I didn't realize there were all these microbrews around here. I mean, there's a bunch of them.
It's exploding.
It's crazy. They're everywhere. And they're in these like little warehouse things, kind of like the wine is.
Yep.
And you'd never know they were there unless you were a real enthusiast. And so I went over to the Barlow, and I tasted over there at a beer place. And there were some good beers out there. I went to Fog Belt. You guys been to Fog Belt? That was really good. I went to Hen House.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No, it's right on Belvedere. Super close. Yeah, I didn't even bother going that far. They had some nice wines, and I went to Plow. Did you been to Plow? Yeah, it's over on Industrial Drive. So we learned a lot because I mean I drink beer. I mean I have a beer, but I just order a beer.
Yeah.
It's like this big thing. It's like this crazy. It's like wine.
Yeah. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Hen House. Their offerings currently are pretty fantastic.
They were really good. Now the thing that I didn't like, and we're not going to carry them in here. It's a weird. The sours.
Okay.
I don't. About older. Yeah, if you're a chick, but I'm not trying to get to the chicks. I'm trying to get to the guys.
Real guys like sours too.
Well, they're not my kind of guy then.
Well, it doesn't matter. You should at least have a sour to accommodate all tastes.
She has a point.
Absolutely did not like any of the sours. I thought that was going way over the top. If we were going to be a tap room with 20 taps, then you'd probably invest in that. But I saw 4 basic beers, a stout, a pilsner, an IPA, and maybe Death and Taxes or some darker, style, and that's all. Because I want to get the husband and wife. They come in the door. She wants a Chardonnay. He wants a beer. That's all I want to take care of, and I think we can do that. So we'll play around with some beers. So that might happen this weekend, which would be really cool.
That's exciting.
I
didn't realize things had been moving along at that rate. That's pretty cool.
Well, I was at the ABC today, tidying up on Ted. I love Ted, but my God. Anyway, and they were amazed. They couldn't believe that I got all of the things that they asked me, and they asked me a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot. I had to go through the neighborhood, and it was terrible. Anyway.
Yeah. Just thinking of that process makes you think red tape.
You know what it is? They're the first ones, let's be green and all that. But they waste so much paper. The paper was this thick. It was just, and you're duplicating everything.
Yeah.
So if you have 8 vintners, they have eight sets of each of the things that we have. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, it's crazy. So there's my rant for today because, so tonight what we're doing is we're going to do some side-by-side stuff. I thought we would taste wines that are what you would have in the summer because it was 89 degrees out or something today, right? It was hot,
It was
right?
nice.
So you clearly would want to have, some nice, refreshing wines. And one of the wines I thought we would start with is the La Sirena. This is a dry Moscato, and that's really unusual. You don't see that very often. So I thought that would be a fun one. And then the second one is the Deering 2013 Grenache Blanc. That's another varietal you don't see a whole lot, but they're nice and fun and crisp. And I think they fit really well with the nice weather. You got a nice day today. You're going to take these out for our tasters. Well, yeah, don't trip over and knock the power out. So Heidi makes the La Sirena. She makes it dry, so there's very little residual sugar. It's got a fruity nose, which tricks your brain into thinking that you're going to get a sweet wine. But in the finish, it's not. It's nice and dry. Yeah, sitting out by the pool.
Yep.
Right? Would that have worked
Summer
today?
day,
You were
that's
out
perfect.
in the valley,
Couldn't ask for anything better than that today.
right?
Yeah.
And the neat thing about this wine is it's real versatile in what it pairs up with, which is awesome.
Oysters.
Yeah, you could do oysters with that. Yeah. Did you?
I didn't. They didn't have them today, but this would go. I think this would go really nice with oysters.
Yeah. Well, you got to get down to the
Yeah, Tamales
Bay.
Bay.
Yeah. Or actually, the way to really do that is Santa Rosa Seafood right over here on Santa Rosa Avenue. They go every day and pick up fresh. You can get them over there for 80 cents a piece, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Is they a distributor or like a marketplace?
Just a marketplace that's open
Oh.
to the public.
Okay.
It's good quantities. I mean, you're not buying 3.
Yeah.
buying, you know,
buy in bulk. Okay.
which is for oysters.
The way to go.
Why do
right?
you care?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you
Then
buy them
having-
by the dozen.
Nice.
I think.
Okay. I
Yeah.
hadn't heard of them.
Yeah. So, very crisp, a fun wine. Those of you that well, most of the country right now is actually in the summer mode, I think. Nice,
That's
clean
nice.
finish, right? That's pretty.
Wow. Mhm.
What's wrong with that? Yeah, we go to Barbados next time. We get some of these for the beach,
Couple of those.
right?
That would go perfectly.
Yeah. Now, the Grenache Blanc, now that's a little unusual. First of all, it's a grape you don't see a lot here, and you don't because it's,
Santa Barbara.
well,
right?
this comes from Santa Barbara, but you don't see it growing around here. It doesn't command a big enough price point. It's not as popular of a grape, so therefore you don't want to be planting that in an area where you can put a $35 Chardonnay or $40 Pinot.
Okay.
So, but it's a neat grape that again, it's a little unusual. It aged in French oak, but all neutral. So it's like neutral, like, you know, neutral, right? Okay. Okay.
Wow. That's nice. That's really
Right?
refreshing.
Refreshing, but it gives you this roundness in the
It's
mouth.
Really full-bodied for, I think,
Yeah.
it is.
It's not what you expect. And again, they get overlooked. And so you don't want to overlook a wine like that because I think it'll work with a lot of stuff.
I wonder why they would grow that down on the Central Coast rather than up here. Is it just
Cost of land. You know, it comes down to economics. Although, you know, that's a little that's you know near the ocean. So
Central Coast, pretty nice
Yeah.
real estate too. So
oh yeah.
that's great.
Well,
That's really, really nice.
what Deering did is over in Kenwood they have their vineyards, and it's up Nuns Canyon Road.
Okay.
That's that crazy road that Kevin and Janelle used to live at, way at the
Yeah.
top. Well, their property starts at the bottom, but it ends up at the same height as where Kevin was, way at the top.
Okay.
And he built all these crazy roads going all the way through up there. And it's one of those places where you go there and you go, that's crazy. It has a view, a 360 view of the ocean, San Francisco, the Sierras, and from that one, he's got several house sites that he's determined that he could really build it on. He's got one up there that you can't see Highway 12. They can't see you from there, but you can see everything. Oh, and it's really spectacular.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have to get up there.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. You can see the ocean and the Sierras, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're up
Wow.
there, man. It was 1,500 feet. Yeah, it's all the way up. And speaking of Sierras, now you went up to Lake Tahoe over the weekend.
We sure did.
So how was that?
Fantastic. I mean,
Is
the
there
weather
still-
was perfect.
Is there still snow in the hills?
There's a hint of it up there at the top. We were at North Star, so the mountains divided. Essentially, there's a lower lift system that goes up to what they call mid-mountain, and then an upper lift system, which was still closed due to snow. But it wasn't a lot of snow. It was, within 3 or 4 weeks from now, I think it'll pretty much be all burned off. Just a little bit residual.
Yeah.
But the weather was flawless. It was great out there. A little bit of clouds, beautiful blue skies.
Now you
high
told
60s,
me
low 70s.
you were telling me that you were going to go up a lift with your bike on the back of the lift.
Yeah, well, the gondolas system from the bottom to the mid mountain. So you climb on your gondola and it seats 3 to 4 people, and then they're staggered. So there'll be like a gondola, and then there'll be like a platform, which would be the next one, and the platform will house it'll hold like 3 or 4 bikes. So a gondola, platform of bikes, gondola, platform of bikes.
Oh, really?
And they just stagger them like that all the way up.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, couldn't have asked for better weather, better time. It was
Okay,
really cool up there.
so just like skiing, then you have levels of
Right. Yeah, you've got your greens, which are your beginner, easy, entry level, just pretty wide open, smooth.
That's the one I would be on with my cigar.
Scenic.
I go down the.
Yeah, great. You don't need any kind of special skills to navigate a grain route.
Yeah, if I could do. Yeah, that works for me. I have a little cigar.
Yeah, and you get into your blues, which are kind of an intermediate. They can get a little bit more technical. They cater to mountain bikers in the summer, so they would set up these huge flowing wooden ramps and berms, and you'd ride up on the side and you'd cut down the side of the bowl and you'd go up on another one and you kind of drop through the woods, the forest. There's some technical through the rocks.
What, you said technical a couple times.
Like
What do
a
you mean
single
by that?
track, meaning it's only wide enough to accommodate one bike, and you're really navigating some kind of tricky rock gardens and rock sections, and you're descending at a little bit more of an expedited pace rather than like a green route.
Okay, he said expedited. What do you mean by expedited? That
Like
sounds
you're
like you're
dropping,
really going.
You're dropping pretty quick in elevation, but
Means
it's
you're going
not
fast.
it's not super steep, but it's definitely steeper than some of the green routes. So the lift up would take about 10 minutes or so, and you could get down on a blue route in about the same, about 10 to 12 minutes.
Oh, so
You'd be dropping pretty
you're
quick.
moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've got the blues,
Yeah.
and then
Then you go into your black diamonds, just like you would in skiing.
okay.
There was only one black diamond. It was a very small section. All the main black diamond runs are up in the upper section, which is not open right now. And then there's some double black diamonds up there too for the real pros.
And it's not open because there's still
3
some
weeks,
snow,
another
or-
4 weeks. Yeah, that'll open up, and they have some really crazy runs up high. But I mean, there was plenty for a variety of skills on the mid mountain and down. They had these crazy jump parks and berms and beautiful trails. I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything more. Fast, flowy, technical. It was just, I mean, they had something
And
for
which
everything.
one did you didn't go on the
We stuck to
little
the
kitty
the
ones.
blues mostly. We hit the blues consistently. We
And-
got
and how
through-
many- how
They
many
had
people?
6 runs on the map that were open, and you could kind of work your way through them. So you could do like a combination of different runs. We got through about 4. So
Wow.
and we rode for about half a day, maybe a little bit longer.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah,
Very
it was very cool. The ladies all went up to the Ritz-Carlton Spa, and they spent the whole day up there getting pampered.
While you
While
guys
the guys went and did guy stuff.
wow.
Yeah. Although we did see quite a few pretty skilled, lady riders up there as well.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was cool.
That sounds.
Yeah.
I would like that. Actually. I
You
could-
would. It
I
would
could
have been.
ride a bike.
It would be great. And they offer classes. Like you can go up and you can do like a course. And doesn't matter what skill level you are. You can like pair up with these pretty advanced riders, and they'll work through it so that you know what you're doing. You're getting more out of your time up there. You're getting more out of it and enjoying the day more.
Right on. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to get my act together and
Well,
go on
yeah.
the next run. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, great Memorial Day weekend, and not to forget about the what we were remembering.
Yeah.
While we were up
Yeah.
there.
Absolutely.
So it was.
Yeah,
it
and I
was
just
cool.
want to get to anybody that is a friend of mine on Facebook, either for the business or for me personally. If you put your negative against the military rants, you just got your head cut off, because I dumped a bunch of people, and I thought, how could you on Memorial Day? How could you be ripping our country and our military? It blew my anyway. So a bunch of people got.
What
axed.
forum was this on?
It was on Facebook. I couldn't believe it. I was like, get out of here. No more. Don't tell me your crazy stuff. That's just nutty to me. These guys work their butts off for our freedom. The reason you get to enjoy that holiday
Right.
is because those guys sacrificed their life for you. So, yeah, no more. I'm not going to be nice anymore. No. Got to respect the people that protect you. Like him. He's the guy. Now, when I did the menu for today, I don't know why I put the rosés in between the Chardonnays. That's just like stupid. Who the hell was doing? What was that all about? So I'm gonna. Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna jump ahead and go to the Chardonnays, and we'll finish with the rosés.
Nice.
And then we're gonna finish with a really cool library wine that I'm gonna figure out.
All right.
Oh yeah, they're over here going. It's the only reason I came here, because you might get crazy and open up. So this is Moon Mountain. This is their second label. They call Orchard Station. You know why they call it Orchard Station? Huh? I'll tell you. They used to have a train that went through their yard, and their house, their barn, was Orchard Station. It was called Orchard Station. And that's why they call the Orchard Station. You don't care. Well, yeah, in those days it was, I don't know, what was it, Dave? Apples? Well, it must have been apples.
Yeah, they got a lot of apples out there.
Yeah.
I was going to guess Fire Station, because I know there's quite a few right out in that area.
Yeah.
The Cal Fire, I think.
So
County Fire.
this is your more on the crisp side Chardonnay. You know, the Chardonnay people live on two sides of the earth. They either go oaky buttery or they want that crispness. This is going to lend itself to being a little crisper. This kind of floats almost in between a little bit. The TR Elliott. This is their Three Roses Chardonnay, all Russian River fruit, small production wine. I mean, he made 11 barrels, so that's not a whole lot. So, Karina, you can go ahead and take those around. I know. I just yakking. You're on it? Okay, good. So, in the nose, you're going to notice the oak. In the TR Elliott, you can even notice a little creaminess. You're not getting that in this Chardonnay. They aged it in neutral barrels, but it's very crisp.
And when you say neutral barrels, what did they do to those barrels to get rid of the oakiness? Are they just used previously?
Yeah, they're barrels that have been used 1 or 2 or 3 times.
Okay, so they're on their 4th or 5th season?
Yeah, and the sediment has built up inside the barrel.
Okay.
So it doesn't allow the juice to really impart the oak flavors. But what it does is it gives it a little roundness. That's just like on the Grenache Blanc with Deering, he used a neutral barrel there, just to give it a little structure, just to give it a little roundness. Yeah, nice and crisp. Again, depending on your meal. I look at Chardonnay from a meal perspective. So, for example, if you're going to have rich foods, like oysters or lobster, that kind of thing, you want to go more to the oaky, buttery side. You need a little more creaminess. If you're going to go spicy foods, then you want the stainless steel or neutral barrels, because that's going to allow you to go into the spicy Thai foods, right? And they'll balance off really nice.
That makes sense.
This is a little too creamy for, a Thai meal. Both go very well, of course, with all your great cheeses. And I was going to make the my greatest and new stuffed chicken, which is a ham and cheese stuffed chicken, and it's breaded, which is cool. It's done real similar to the other one that I've done before, and I made it the other day at home. But the only mistake I made it with a giant breast. It was this big. It was so big that it took a lot longer to cook, because it said 20 minutes. Well, hell, it was not 20 minutes. It took a lot longer. And so it was probably twice the size of what a normal breast was. I just thought they were awesome.
Okay.
We're going to have them in here once I perfect that. And if I have, Matt was sick today, so I'm short-handed. But if I have enough staff here next week, I'll do it next week, and we'll do it live. And I'll show everybody how to do it, how to you got to really pound that breast down, flatten them out, roll them up, which is cool.
Okay.
It's
Sounds
awesome,
good.
and it's
That
easy to
sounds
do, super simple. That guy just ran the stop sign. Holy crap! Wow. Okay. Thank God there weren't cars going that way. That one blew it too. He didn't. These cars are not stopping at all. That is terrible. Anyway, yeah, I really like that recipe. It was delicious. It was a big sucker, but it was really good. So yeah, ham and cheese stuffed chicken.
I'm going to note that in my calendar next week here.
Oh yeah. Well, we can nail that. But I'll do it within the hour of the show and deliver it for everybody to have some. So it's a little pressure for me, but I think I can do it.
These are so satisfying on a hot day like today. It's definitely what you want in your freezer or in your fridge.
Yeah, and serve them nice and cold. I mean, don't my winemakers, for some reason, they drink Chardonnay. They want them at room temperature, and I can't go there. I don't understand it. I can't for the life of me understand how that works. It's crazy. I'm not. Yeah. And did you get a chance to see the Warrior game last night?
Yes, second half. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I was monitoring the first half a little bit. I was aware of what was going on with the score, and the second half was pretty crazy.
Well, the game before that in Oklahoma, for one of the first times ever watching a game, I had to leave the room. I was freaking out because we were down like 12 or something, and that was going on, and I'm going, man, they're going to lose. I cannot believe this. And it wasn't until the last 5 minutes that I came back in the game and then watched. That was a great ending.
Yeah.
But last night, that was classic.
That was great. That was inspiring.
The lead kept switching. We were down 12 or 14 at one time.
Yep.
That's brutal, man.
Once Curry sunk that three, I think it was in maybe the mid to the end of the third quarter. I can't remember exactly. And he just kind of came away with it with a smile on his face. And as soon as that smile, it was so defining, I think, of like the change in momentum. After that, it was they were like
the Thunder fell apart,
down.
man. They totally fell apart.
Yeah.
And that's never happened. That's only happened to 10 other teams.
Yeah.
And it was out of 1,500 3-1 starts. That's pretty remarkable. I mean, those numbers are outrageous. That's incredible. So yeah, I'm just jacked. I can't believe it.
Oh, it's so
and
cool.
then tomorrow it's going to be
intense.
Oh no, tomorrow's Wednesday. It's on Thursday.
Thursday night.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be. And the Giantes, they're playing pretty good. Oh, they're up 4-0 in the top of the ninth. How about that? Where's those Dodgers? Got any Dodger fans in here that I can yell at? Oh, I guess not. Okay. I can't get the Dodgers to lose. Damn it! They keep winning when we win and lose when we lose. That doesn't help us. Well, we're still 4.5 up. So there we go. Giantes.
You got a hockey team doing pretty well too, right?
Yeah, they kind of gave it up yesterday on that first game, but yeah, they're in the Stanley Cup Finals. So this could be an epic.
A lot of good things coming out of the Bay Area.
Yeah, right? Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
couldn't help but thinking, just all the basketball fans here in the Bay Area, and you just ride that up and down, momentum of your team. But to read an article that I read about the Warriors kind of behind the scenes, like they had a couple bad games where they pretty much had a couple blowouts.
I mean,
but they never lost faith in themselves. They just went And in their internal discussions in the locker room and on the plane, they were like, okay, this is where we are. This is where we're going. How are we going to correct this?
Yeah.
And they never got down. And I think that's so telling of like the resilience of like this team.
Yeah.
You know.
It is remarkable to watch, and they're so classy the way they play, and they never ever give up, even when they really screw it all up. They're thinking, how do we fix it? How do we tweak it? How do we get it going? How do we get it moving? And their bench is huge.
Deep.
I mean, real deep.
Yep.
So yeah, we're blessed. We got all the best weather. We got the best wine. We got the best sport teams. You guys in the East Coast, man, you should sell your house, man. It's time to move on. Right? Yeah. That's right. Come to the left coast. They're perfectly fine where they are? Oh, I see. You don't want any competition. I see. All right. Okay, let's see. So here's what I'm going to do. Karina, Mark, I'll let you pour the next two wines while I go grab something from the library. Ooh. Okay?
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So, yeah, put those on the outside, and here I go. I'm going up to the library. I'm going to go pick something out of the library because I'm a bad boy.
You could do the Super Sonoma. Sure. Let's do that on the, outside.
Ooh.
So on the inside, this is the James Family Cellars, 2014 estate-grown rosé of Pinot from Stony Point Vineyard, right here in the Russian River Valley. There you go. This is the Super Sonoman. It's 2012 rosé of Cabernet.
Yeah, that's a rosé. That's a rosé made out of cab.
Rosé of Cab. You don't see that too much. 2012. That's a sweeter wine.
What's going on over here? How are you guys doing over here? I'm just wandering about
We're waiting
aimlessly.
for Scott to get back with
Is it
this
good?
mystery library
Good.
wine.
Oh, good.
See what he has up his sleeve.
All right.
You can really see the color difference in these two. The James,
Big difference in color,
definitely. You get that rose,
Yeah,
that
look
rose
at
colored.
Look at this.
Whereas the rosé of Cab is just
Well, and here's the other part.
almost like a pomegranate red.
And here's what he does. He aged this 18 months in brand new French oak. Who the heck does that? He's crazy. He's out of his freaking mind.
It's, I mean, I know this one because I just got some recently, and it's just, it wasn't what I was expecting. Like
Not at all.
I didn't know what to expect really, so I guess I shouldn't have been surprised. But
It's
it,
crazy.
It changed my perceptions like down the board.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No question about it. And again, rosés, just like your Chardonnays, just like your other white wines, really pair them up with the meal, because these are so different.
Yeah.
Again, it's like the Chardonnay that's creamier. You're going to be more rich foods here, but this one you're going to go more spicy.
Yeah, and I mean, I would even say you could take this all the way past the dinner and into the dessert, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a big wine.
Yeah, it's
Huge
really
wine.
got some sweetness to it too.
Yeah. Well, I grabbed another one of his wines, which is the Meritage 07.
Oh.
And 7 was a really good vintage year. So we'll see how it's holding up. It's a little wild card. You never know. But,
What is the current vintage that you have for this one? The
10
Meritage, 2010. Okay, I just picked up one of those.
or 11. Ooh, see that cork?
Wow.
That's perfect.
Oh,
That's a
nice.
perfect cork. You guys watching from home, that's what you want that cork to look like. There's no runs on that cork. See, there's no run? You don't want to run. Run tells that it saw some temperature. That never saw a bad temperature in its life. It is perfect as you can get. So far, so good. And, his wines are they're so big. Well, I'll just put that right there. Let me see. He made 350 cases, all mountain fruit. I think he aged this 30 months in brand new French oak. So we haven't had that in a while. So it's a wild card. But you're okay with that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm already thinking ahead towards trying to acquire some of those.
Yeah, there you go.
That's as good as it looks.
All right, so James Family Cellars, that's it's all Pinot. It's 2000, what did I say, 14?
Yes, 24.
See, that's pretty. You don't have nothing. You guys have empty glasses. What the heck? That's because you got. Oh, what did I just open up? I just opened up the 2007 Super Sonoman Meritage. Yeah, which all 5. Yeah, you're going to get that last. You got to get through. You got to get through the rosés first. Yes, dear. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 bottles. Why? Who? I don't know what his status is. You know what? I'm not sure. I think he does have more of that. We're kind of in a weird transition because I'm moving everything up to Healdsburg. I'm trying to burn through what I have here and not reorder a bunch of stuff. Yeah, because I don't want to load up 40, 50 cases of wine to go up there. So I'm trying to be strategic in my thought. And so for June, we're going to be lean and mean. We're going to rip through these wines. These shelves are going to get really empty looking, but I'm doing it strategically for a reason. Yeah, doing it for a reason. So just to recap, July 1 is our target date to open in Healdsburg. We've got a premier spot up there that it's just off the square. It's right next to the Worst. If you've ever been over there, Charles Bell owns the Worst. It's a sausage, hot dogs, hamburgers. He's got beer and wine. It's called, huh? Oh, you had lunch today. Okay, yeah, and that's good, right? Right next door is our new spot. You might have seen all the posting notices. That's ours. Yeah, so this collective tasting room model is going up there. And then this will convert very soon, though. This is going to convert before we actually move that up. So possibly by next week, we will be a wine bar, beer tap, and some more food because I'm boosting up the menu a little bit. So that's kind of where we're going. So, yeah, big changes.
Wow.
So,
that's exciting.
and we'll do the show up there in a couple of weeks. Once I get the IT in, because I have to run a pretty fast, I've got, to stream like we're doing now. This is live streaming, and it eats up,
I bet. Yeah.
bandwidth like crazy. So, but I got a really fast one going in up there. So, oh my gosh, the nose on the. Did you guys get the rosés? What happened to the rosés there? Oh, snooty dude. Okay, sure, snooty. That's fine. I like rosé. Whenever I go out wine tasting, people always ask me, "What do you look for?" And I look for rosés, and I look for rosés, Cab Franc, and Malbecs. Those are my go-to. Oh man!
Wow.
That is. Oh, is
That's
that right?
fantastic.
Oh, sure. Whatever.
A little bit more
They
sugar.
blew you off? Really? No kidding? These guys blew you off on the rosé? Okay. Okay. All right. This is luscious.
It's amazing.
That is
Yeah,
really
a little bit more
pouring well.
sugar than the James.
What's that?
A little bit sweeter on the palate.
You're getting a lot more fruit
Mm-hmm.
because of the contact of the skins were probably a little longer. You got barrel interaction that you don't have here.
Yep.
Game changer, big time. But
Yeah.
again, if you were going, with a bigger meal, you want this.
Depending on what you wanted, you could find a perfect match with either of these two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
not
fantastic.
shabby, right?
That's good stuff.
It's really good. You guys at home just have no idea. You got to move here. It's the way it is. So yesterday, Angie and I went up to the new space, and we were up in Healdsburg. They were slammed up there. Holy cannolis! Healdsburg was slammed. I talked to Mark Stark from Stark's
Oh, right.
Seafood,
Yeah.
and they said that they had the very best weekend ever in the history of Willie's Wine Bar.
Was this the race weekend?
This last
or
weekend.
Okay.
This last weekend.
Wow.
I mean, that's epic.
Crazy. Yeah, I wonder what the occasion was. Just good weather.
Well, there were two. I think one element that was probably dividing people up was the bottle rock,
Okay. Yep.
because Napa was
Concert.
like in shutdown. So I think a lot of the wine enthusiast folks said, well, we don't want to go anywhere near Napa because
Yeah.
we can't maneuver with all that bottle rock stuff. It was a big concert that they have once a year in Napa, those of you from at home. And so I think they avoid that and stayed up in Healdsburg.
That makes
and
sense.
the square was ripping. It was, if we had been open, man, I'm telling you, I'd have done 10 grand that day. There were a lot of people on the square. Oh, I just love the nose of that. They're so different. That's just amazing. They're very different. Oh, they're not even close. Look at the difference. It's crazy. It's like, yeah. Microphone here because I got people talking and people looking on the screen. They're going, I really can't. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I think what I was just commenting on is that normally I think of a rosé as something that you drink the year immediately after the vintage of the rosé. What makes this one more age-worthy, or why is it that we can have a 2012 rosé now in 2016?
And that's a really good question. And the reason you're able to do that is because it sat in a brand new oak barrel for 18 months. So that pushed it automatically, and because of the oak. No. The traditional rosé, you're looking at stainless steel, or maybe you might put it in a neutral barrel to give it a little roundness. Yeah, but a really short period. We're not talking 18 months brand new French oak. So that puppy, yeah, so you got a mouthful. You've got a lot going on. And so not that you're going to age that wine for any great length of time, but you could put a little more time on that. Wouldn't hurt it at all. No. And I'd go big meal. You know what would go good with that? A really nice salmon dish with a if you do salmon and you maybe put a little spicy it'll do the job. Yeah, that'll work really well. All right, so two very cool rosés, and I know a lot of people are watching right now and they're going, I hate white wine and rosé. You're missing out. Don't judge that. Pair it up with some food. That's how you're going to get there. Yeah, because it's right. It's not white Zinfandel at all. These are bone dry. Yeah. Boy, but you can really feel the wood in there. Oh my That's a
The
mouthful. Yeah. No,
The-
the Super Sonoman.
Sonoman.
Yeah, the James is clean, refreshing. But again, I think if you're having Thai food or sushi or any of those other things, you want this all day. That's too heavy for that. You could even get into some meats with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. You know,
Yeah.
I could see that with some ribs. You know,
Okay.
a nice sauce on. You know, chicken. You could do chicken.
Yeah.
We can cross over a little chicken. Okay, all right. So I thought it'd be fun to finish with, how are we doing on time? Okay, we're good on time. Something from the library. As we make the transition moving to Healdsburg, we haven't decided what to do with the library. So if anybody has a suggestion,
Sell it to me.
sell it to you.
I'll keep it for you.
We're trying to determine. My wife thinks that we should just push the library up in Healdsburg. I'm thinking I want to leave some of it here. So, yeah, there you go. See, that's what I want to know. I mean, I don't know. We're about to do something here that no one in the wine industry worldwide has ever done like we're doing here. No one has ever attempted what we're about to attempt, to take your collective tasting room and move it to another location and convert your existing room into a whole nother model. No one's ever done it, and I'm just the crazy sucker to do it. So it is what it is. You know, what can I say?
And how big would you say the library is up there? I mean, I've been up there a couple times. You've got some pretty special bottles tucked away up there.
Yeah, I would. You have 3, 6, 9, 12. You've got
a few
20
in storage too, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
you probably have 30 cases,
Okay.
40 cases of library wines, but some of them are super rare. I mean,
Yeah.
there's only like 2 bottles
No.
of this and a bottle of that.
Poking around up there is always fun because you
Yeah.
get to find some stuff that's pretty special.
Oh, look at the color of that sucker. Wow. That's going. Ooh, that's got the. Ooh, yeah. So this is 2007. It's a Meritage. 30 months in brand new French oak. All mountain fruit. All 5 of the Bordeaux grapes. Oh yeah, that's got to open up, but that's going to be just fine. 7 was a good vintage year. That was pretty good. 8 was a little tougher. 6 was one of my favorites by a mile. They all pooted off, said it was no good. Nah, I'm not buying it. Hoo-yah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot going on still. Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't died. If you look at the,
As
you know,
Heidi says, just
let it open
Let it
up.
open.
It's tight. It's tight as a. It's as tight as you want.
wow.
Oh yeah. 7. Yeah, right. Well, we'll get Chris Taddy back in here. He's a maniac. He's crazy. I mean, all brand new French oak. That's a crazy thing to do. But it's his program, and he's got it in gear.
That's kind of his signature. Or?
Well, when I say crazy, I know what those barrels cost.
Yeah.
And if you're only using them brand new, you got to have a secondary market to sell them, or you're going to be out $1,500.
Yeah.
So he has a secondary market,
Okay.
and so that program works for him.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine the secondary market, grabbing a barrel right after that. I mean,
Yeah.
I could see how there'd be a pretty good market for that.
Well, yeah. You just
Yeah,
have to know.
pretty
You have
highly
to know that
desired.
it's there, and you got to make darn sure you do that. So, welcome. Come on in. Oh, good. Find a seat.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's opening up as it sits in there. We had a discussion, last time I interviewed Heidi. Somebody said, "What kind of decanter do you use?" And she said, "I don't want you to use the decanter." Do you know why she said that?
This one.
Right?
This decanter.
Yeah. She said, "I want it to naturally open up." When you decant wine, and some people would maybe argue with me, and that's okay. I don't care if they argue with me. It doesn't matter. But if you decant it, you're forcing that wine to open up, as opposed to allowing it to open up in the glass. Doesn't that sound much better? To allow it to open up? I love that. No, the decanter, because to its nature, it explodes it. It just blows it out.
I think
And
this is already opening up.
It's
a little bit
opening
here.
up now.
Yeah.
This is changing in your glass. Don't get too janky and yeah. Don't dive right in. Just feel the water a little bit. Be patient. Because the color's dead on.
Great.
So it's not getting bricky. It's holding up really well. And so this is going to be a neat wine. Now, I didn't check the price on it. It's, I don't know, whatever it is. It's I think it's $54. Maybe, something like that.
It's kind of getting some initially like some maybe black currant.
Yeah.
And now it's more like blackberry. I don't know.
Yep, the black fruits versus the red, without a doubt. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, that's great.
No, that's working really good. That's a fun one. Yeah, and it's all mountain fruit. It's all like 1,500-foot elevation. Man. He's pulling that from a great spot in the Mayacamas Mountains, no doubt.
Now, for anyone who's not really familiar with the area, where are the Mayacamas in relation to us here in Santa Rosa?
All right, so if you're looking at Santa Rosa proper here, north to Healdsburg, which is about 14 miles, and if you go just a little east, that mountain range is the Mayacama, and it actually runs all the way down past us, all the way to around Kenwood.
Okay.
So it covers a pretty big area.
Now, is that the one just west of the Mount St. Helena, or is that inclusive of Mount St. Helena?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's quite a ways before it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's in the Knights Valley. There's a sub-appellation right over there that is called Knights Valley. I don't have a map, but the main thing is it's high elevation stuff. And so it's really warm up there. It's above the fog line. It gets a lot of heat, which is great. For the Bordeaux grapes, that's what
Yep.
you want. For Pinot, that's probably not what you want. But
Yeah, and for anyone who's out here visiting to travel up there and to be able to look out over that fog bank on occasion is pretty spectacular view.
it is pretty cool.
It's really
I
nice.
have been. I was up at many years ago. My wife worked for Gallo, and they own the Monte Rosso vineyard down right south of here, and that's probably the most majestic place on the planet. I mean, it really is fantastic. Another one of those places that you can see 360 everything. I mean, it's remarkable, but you're way above the fog line. So we were up above that, and you just see this white, like snow, and it's just
That marine layer.
oh, it's so cool. And as much as I see this stuff regularly, that still freaks me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it rocks me. There's no question. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So we got Karina over there. She's working. That's good. Oh. Nice hat. That's a great hat. It's really good. Oh, yeah, that's opening up nice. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's coming
You know,
together. Yeah, 07.
When you talk to it and then you taste it and you just see it and
Yeah.
taste it, it's just
Well, and
amazing.
the other thing is, we talk about glass a lot. This is not the very best. It's a very good glass. It's made by Riedel, so it's made correctly. But if you really wanted the wine to open up, you would have a much bigger bowl than this.
okay.
And that larger bowl is going to let that aroma roll right over the top, and then that's going to help opening the wine as well.
Okay.
So there is you can't do them in here because we'll break them.
Yeah.
You know, just because the staff's, crazy and they don't know what they're doing, and they break the glass. And so,
On some of the Pinot glasses, seems like the lip kind of comes out a little bit.
yeah,
Is
because
that
it's because
by design?
By design, Pinot is very aromatic,
Okay.
and because of that, you want to smell that, and it needs to roll over the top.
Okay.
So they make that lip with a little turn in it,
Right.
and that really makes a huge difference in the Pinots. But a better glass would have made this open up a little sooner. All right. So you guys are set. You guys are drinking over there. You guys are okay over there, Dave? You all right? Yeah? We're good? Yeah? All right. All right. So as soon as she's done, we're going to jump out of here. So just to recap, big changes for Cellars of Sonoma. We're moving to Healdsburg, and we're going to convert this sucker. And I may do it this weekend. So next week, not only will I try to do the chicken dish, but I'm also going to have, if I'm all approved, I'll have a beer flight. So we'll have some beer. Yeah, which would be really cool.
So you're going to move some taps in here right off the bat, or is that going to be
No,
an evolving process?
I'm working on, it's got to go over there.
Yeah.
And there's some stuff that needs to be cut out
Right.
to do that. And there's a few little kinks I got to make sure that we can do it the way we want to do it. Yeah. In the meantime, we'll have bottles. So the same idea, just not as cool if it's a tapper. When it's a tapper, it'll be fun. But
Yeah.
so I may pick up some beer. If I get approved this weekend, I'll have it this weekend. And Tuesday we would be able to pour some
Wow.
here.
It's going to be exciting to see which 4 or 5 or 6 you end up with out of the gate.
Yeah, well, I
I'll be,
saw some
be
really
looking
good
forward
beer,
to that.
man. I saw some super good beer. That's not bad at all. Okay, so she's sequestered. Okay. All right.
It was interesting, and some of the viewers may be aware of some of the craft brews that come out of this area. Probably the most well-known would be Russian River.
Oh, by a mile.
And we were over there recently, and just looking at the economic impact of a place like that when they release their specialty craft beers throughout the year, and it's in the millions for a 2-week period.
I know.
And
It's
it's
crazy.
unbelievable the
It is.
quality of craft beers that come out of this region.
Well, I was shocked because I went tasting with my buddy Russ, and man, I couldn't believe it, man. I could not believe it. We're going to have some cool beers in here, and that'll be really fun. So
Yeah.
it's a whole new adventure, and and then we're going to do a couple shows up in Healdsburg too. So yeah, it's all
forward to that.
changing. Here we go, baby. It's changing. All right, so I want to thank all of you guys for drinking the wine and enjoying the place. We love that. Let's hear it for you. Good job. And Karina, thank you for being back to help us move things along. Thanks for filling in.
Yeah.
Because Dave and Janet were playing with seashells at the seashore. And this is where you discover wine. Gosh, I'm not going to be able to say that anymore next week. I got to change the tagline because we could be different. But this is where you discover wine, one sip at a time. Soon, some beer. We'll see you guys next week. Bye for now. Thanks a lot,
See you later.
everybody.